Hello and welcome to another episode of Title Issues, the world's finest comic book podcast. As always, we're your host. I'm Ibi.
And I'm Benny. Today we'll be talking about the DCU's Batman and what to expect.
It has the potential to be the best Batman we've seen on screen.
Yeah, we'll see what James Gunn brings forth. Intro!
It's a comic world and we're your guide, with passion and laughs on this nerdy ride. Grab your snacks, tune in, let's go. Welcome to Title Issues, where the comics glow.
So, Ibby, I hear you are familiar with Batman? You like that person?
Yeah, in passing,
In passing, yeah.
really, I just know about him because one of my favorite writers wrote an entire arc
Oh,
of
actually.
Batman. His name is Grant Morrison.
Ah.
And
Yeah, this is a slight inside joke. If you haven't seen our previous video on the
yes,
DCU timeline,
it'll show up. It'll show up somewhere
here, yeah, up
or
there.
down
Yeah.
somewhere. And we kind of ended that last episode talking about
Arguing about if Grant Morrison's a good Batman writer or not. I
Yeah,
like him. I
and-
like him, but I feel like
I
my
don't hate
co-host
him,
might
like-
not.
no. I know. I just have some issues with some of the character choices that Grant Morrison has made in his stories,
Yeah.
and some of the kind of like subplots that he's done.
So,
Anyways,
why are
let's
we
not
bring-
get
why-
dragged into
Why
this
are we
again.
bringing up Grant Morrison today?
Okay, so the reason we're bringing up Grant Morrison today is because the new Batman movie, The Brave and the Bold, which is the working title, is based on or inspired by, let's say that,
Yeah.
the
Workings
Grant
of
Morrison run.
run.
More
Specifically,
specifically,
yeah, the
wow,
Batman.
look at us.
Oh, look at
We're
us!
so
Wow, we're
on
on
key
sync.
today.
Yeah.
yeah. All right, you take it.
Okay. More specifically, the Batman and Son run, where they introduce Batman's biological son, Damian Wayne.
Let's
And
throw that up on screen.
we have that, right?
We have it on. We have an
Yeah,
image.
yeah.
So, have you ever wanted to read this, gearing up for the
Batman?
movie? You could pick up the covers there on the right.
Yeah.
It's volume 1 of that of the omnibus.
This was one of the few things actually announced about this movie. Like James Gunn said that this is going to be inspired by Grant Morrison's run, Batman and Son.
Which is the run that introduces Batman's biological son, Damian Wayne, and Batman has to struggle to get this his biological son, right, raise him and teach him to be good, because he grew up with the League of Assassins with his mom,
Yeah,
Talia
a
al
group,
Ghul,
and
so he was
the great
taught to kill.
the group, the League of Assassins, which is like a group of ninjas that like kill and assassinate people. If you didn't get that from the name,
Yeah, we know that not everyone is familiar with them, so we thought we'd discuss it briefly. But enough about what the story might be based on, because we discussed that, like we said in the last episode. Let's talk about this movie, what we know about this movie, and how we can use what we know to kind of understand more
Yeah.
of what to expect. So, who's the director on this?
Well, the director of this movie is Andres. I'm gonna butcher his name because I'm really bad with names, but it's Andres Michetti, and
Muschietti, I think.
Michetti,
Muschietti or something.
Michetti, yeah, Andres Michetti, and you might know him from the Flash movie. He directed the Flash movie. Granted, he did
He
not.
directed it.
Yeah,
He directed the It movies, both
yeah,
of them,
he
right?
directed it and the It movies. Well, he's also like okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay, yeah. He's also like he did not write the Flash movie. That's something that we should throw out there. Yeah,
He's just the
yeah.
director.
Yeah,
so,
the Flash
like,
movie went through like a bunch of writers before
yeah,
actually getting into
you can tell.
Yeah, and he's also not writing the Brave and the Bold movie. The Brave and the Bold movie is written by someone else, which hasn't been announced.
Who's on purpose. James
Yeah.
Gunn has said to relieve that writer of any pressure,
Yeah.
social media. He's kept him anonymous
Yeah.
for now, but is working very closely with him
Yeah, so
on this.
yeah, James Gunn also has like editing on that story.
He said James Gunn has said that he has problems with Batman. Like he doesn't want a happy, fun, campy Batman,
Mhm.
And so he's decided to trust in this writer instead. He's involved to make sure like it fits in the overall universe, but he's not writing it himself.
Yeah.
And I think that was a good move from James Gunn.
Yeah, like I don't know if I want to see James Gunn's Batman. It'd be interesting seeing Batman just wreck a warehouse with like Mr. Sunshine playing in the background, Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside.
You are my dark knight, my dark.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. So what are you most excited about this movie?
The thing I'm most excited about is seeing Batman brought to live action
Mhm.
in a comic book accurate way.
Mhm.
And one of the biggest things that's been a topic of debate has been like, if we're going to get a comic book accurate Batman, then we probably need a comic book accurate Bruce Wayne. And who has the acting chops or the look to fill both roles?
Mhm.
We have only seen Batman in Creature Commandos in an early
Yeah,
shot
it
where
was
we
like a
see
glimpse. It
him.
was like a quick cameo, right? Like we didn't even see him
Well, there
talking.
were two.
Oh yeah, there
There,
was two.
there
Yeah,
was in the nightmare
scene. Yeah,
that
it
who
was like
has is it Rick Flag that
no
has
no
it?
no.
Rick
It
Flag
was
Senior,
it was
Amanda
Cersei.
Waller.
Cersei. She gives she shows Amanda
Yes,
Waller the future, like a potential future.
yes, exactly. And we see Batman in that as like a silhouette, and then and there he looks like he has a little bit of an armored helmet. Like it
Mhm.
kind of looked like the cowl looked a bit
Yeah.
armored, like Arkham-esque. But then here we see Batman as like more comic book like,
Yeah,
and this
with
is
like
like
fabric
halfway through the show.
fabric as opposed to like armor.
Yeah, and he looks like big and bulky
Yeah.
and boxy. So a lot of people saw this and were like, "Oh, he must be played by Alan Richardson, who is in the Reacher show on Amazon Prime, which by the way is a fantastic show. I highly
Yeah,
recommend.
he's like the biggest guy ever in that show, you know. Like,
Yeah, until you get to season 3.
oh, I haven't seen season 3.
Oh, it's
Does
really
he become
good.
small
It's my
there?
favorite season.
Does he become
It's my
small there?
favorite season.
He shrinks.
Yeah, he does.
Ah, damn.
I wouldn't say he shrinks. I'd just say relatively. That's what I'll say.
They get bigger people, so he looks smaller. Classic Hollywood.
Yes. I think Alan Richardson, who's also been in Titans, the TV show. He
Oh yeah,
plays
he plays the Hawk.
Hawk. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think. Oh, he's also been in Smallville. He played Aquaman.
Oh yeah, fair, nice. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
also
so he's
like
been around the DC block.
yeah.
He people want him, by the way, to play Batman so bad that James Gunn had to outright come out and tweet and be like, "No, he is not playing Batman."
Oh damn. Okay, so why do we have him here?
No, not that he is. Like he's saying basically he hasn't been cast. Not that.
Okay.
was no
Okay. It's not that.
It's because people were like 100%, especially after seeing Creature Commandos. 100% it's him, and like they became treated more like a
Yeah. I don't know. Like I do like him as Batman. He does certainly has the physicality for it. I'm not sure if I do see him as like Bruce Wayne. I don't know.
I guess it depends on the Bruce Wayne we get because there's the Bruce Wayne who's like this charismatic playboy. Then there's the Bruce Wayne that's a bit more serious, like he's like consumed by like all the darkness. And then there's the Batman the Bruce Wayne who is a bit more like the kind, soft-spoken Batman, the animated series.
And
Kevin
Alan Richardson's
Conroy.
that one.
I feel like he could be that one or the consumed one.
Oh, okay.
I cannot see him being like the playboy, charismatic Batman, Bruce Wayne. Sorry. Though to be fair, he has a big acting range.
Yeah, like I've seen him do comedy. Like he's done Blue State Mountain, which is pretty funny.
Yeah. You know what? Honestly, like he's the person I feel the most confident in from the fan casts that are there. One person who's not as commonly fan casted, so he's not up here, but I also felt like Matt Bomer, who's voiced the Flash before, and I think he's voiced Superman in All-Star Superman, the animated movie.
Well, what's he in?
He's from White Collar.
Oh yeah, I know the guy. Yeah.
He's maybe a little bit too good looking, because like he doesn't look as rugged, but he has the physicality to play a Batman. He's not as big, and I don't know. It's just to me, he's always looked like a Batman or Superman. I think he even auditioned for Superman at one point.
Oh, cool.
And lost to Cavill.
Oh, actually, so back in Man of Steel days.
Yeah, that's what I recall in Loresworth. Correct me if I'm wrong.
As you wish, Master Evie. For those joining us here for the first time, you may call me Mr. Loresworth. I oversee the finer details of this podcast, from ensuring factual accuracy to its overall production. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Now let's get to some fact-checking. There are two inaccuracies requiring immediate rectification. The first, Mr. Matt Bomer's voice work for Superman was, in fact, for Superman Unbound, not All-Star Superman. And concerning his audition for the live-action role, while the narrative of his losing to Mr. Cavill is widespread, my research has yielded no definitive collaborative evidence. What I can confirm, however, are reports of his being slated to star as Superman in a J.J. Abrams film that, sadly, never came to fruition in the early 2000s.
But yeah, and another one who's been heavily involved
Henry Cavill.
is no.
That'd be
that
cool.
would be a lot of people have said that. Yeah, that would be cool. Cavill could be a good.
I thought it was an
yeah.
original take. Damn. Yeah.
No, people have said it.
Okay.
People have really said it. But I don't know about that.
Yeah. Well, one thing to consider.
Jensen?
One thing to consider is that this Batman is like, we know that Damian Wayne's going to be in this movie, which is Batman's biological son.
Right.
So
which means there's 4 Robins.
Yeah. So that means that there's been at most 3 Robins before, and maybe less. We don't know how which Robins they're gonna introduce to the story, or if they're gonna introduce all of them or not. But
I could say with, like, I don't know, like
some
certainty, 80% confidence, with some certainty here that we're gonna, like, Damian is gonna be the 4th Robin introduced.
Yeah. So if that's the case, we're probably like a bit later in Batman's career. So this definitely isn't going to be like an origin story. Batman is probably going to be a bit older. I don't know how old. Like, you can play with the timelines a bit and make him anywhere between like 35, 40-ish.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I'd put him anywhere between 35 and 40, honestly.
Yeah, which again, actors can play like younger, right? But like that Batman's gonna be older.
He can also play older.
Yeah. Well, that Batman's
put
gonna
a little bit of
Well, but like, what I mean is that Batman's gonna be like older than like the Matt Reeves Batman that we have. A bit more experience, probably, and stuff. So you would want a character actor that like can depict that.
Right. And Batman, I guess, in the comics, he's a mix of a detective, a ninja, and a fighter, like a big buff fighter.
Yeah.
So you need someone who can be all 3.
Who can be believable as a fighter, but also like you can look and be like, this guy's smart too, you know?
Yeah, and also as a gymnast, like acrobatic. Like, I cannot imagine watching like Alan Richardson like backflip off of a wall to like
that's done in CGI, so I feel like we're good. Or
yeah, I'm not saying it cannot be done. I'm just saying I cannot envision
it. Yeah, like him having like that sort of fighting style. But like, again,
physicality.
Yeah.
Or even a stunt double that might exist that's that size who can do stuff like that.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see, but yeah.
In a perfect world, Batman would be played by Tom Holland. We can get.
Oh God. Oh God.
No.
No. I can't even like keep up the joke. Like, I cracked a smile and laughed right away. Okay, we have a few other, like Jensen Ackles, who's voiced Jason Todd in Under the Red Hood.
Oh yeah.
I think he's voiced Batman in Year One, the animated movie.
Good movie, yeah.
He's famous for being in Supernatural. He also
recently played a superhero in The Boys.
Yeah, that's true. Soldier Boy.
Soldier Boy.
Yeah, Soldier Boy up in he has a voice. I think he has it nailed. Like, he has that like gritty Batman voice. He could play a serious and charming Bruce Wayne,
and he also would be within that age range, I guess, right? That you're looking for.
I think all of the actors cast could be.
I don't know if Glenn Powell can pull that age.
I feel like you could. You put a little bit of whites in his hair, like give him, like ask him to be a bit more brooding and
he's got a bit of a baby face there, but maybe it's just that picture, I guess.
Yeah, and like they're actors, right? They try to play a certain role, and Glenn Powell's roles are always like like this romantic, like a rom-com sort of thing.
Yeah.
He plays a lot of those roles. So to me, those two are the front runners because they fit. Like Alan Richardson, Jensen Ackles, they fit like enough. They check enough boxes for me. Aaron Taylor Johnson is a is another one that checks a lot of boxes, but just feels too young for me. Like,
that's where you draw the line. Glenn Powell.
Yeah, I mean, like if we looked up, well, I don't know about Glenn Powell because I feel like Glenn Powell, I don't know him well enough to have an opinion. You know, I haven't seen
he was
enough
in
of his
Maverick.
films.
He was in Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah, like again, like I don't know, like maybe he could be good.
He was in something I really liked recently. I forgot what that is.
There's Brandon Sklenar. I hope I'm not butchering his name. Who kind of looks like a cross between Aaron Taylor Johnson and Glenn Powell.
Yeah, he's like the latest Hollywood made machine. You know, it's like they mix them, throw them in, and
he's the person I know the least about. So
I know. After This Ends With Us came out, people wanted him to be in that movie. Wanted him to be Batman. Maybe his acting was good. He does have the physicality for it seems. So might be interesting.
Yeah, yeah, he's a big guy too, and still slim enough to be.
I remember what I saw Glenn Powell and I thought it looked cool. The Running Man, the trailer dropped for the Running Man. Which, he looked pretty good in.
Yeah, honestly, there's no one that I've seen fan casted that I'm like, no, please don't cast this guy. Like they're all like, okay. So what do you expect? Like, what do you expect the kind of Batman that we're gonna see is?
It's less about what I expect, but more about I want one that fits into this verse. I want one that, like, you know how like after Superman came out, the common consensus was, oh, that's why you cast off chemistry, because like his chemistry with Rachel Brosnahan was pretty good, right? And I feel like you need something similar to that when it comes to Batman. You need a Batman that has good chemistry with Superman when it comes to like.
So what would you say is the most important element then in that aspect? For me, I guess it would be presence. Like, I want, like, that's why I like Alan Richardson as well. Is that I feel like him being in a place, you're like, whoa, you know, like you notice him right away. He just has that presence that I feel like in the right costume, given the right like direction in terms of taking Batman, he could be very present. Jensen Ackles too.
My only issue with Alan Richardson is, and we might touch upon this later, but like I feel like he'd be better cast for another character. And
I think I know maybe the character you're thinking.
Yeah. So I feel like maybe that might. I feel I wouldn't want to waste him on like Batman. I feel like he fits another character a lot better, especially even if he goes into like his comedic part. Like it really fits that character, you know, like sarcastic big guy with probably guns.
Interesting. Okay. I guess now I'm excited to start talking about that other stuff.
Yeah.
Is there anything you want to add to this, like about the casting that you feel like something you expect?
I really want it where when they cast for this character, for all we know, they might have actually casted someone, but like I really hope that they had him read across from David Cornsweet just to see that they actually like work well together on camera.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, if James Gunn's involved, he probably like can kind of also
able to
like
do something.
Yeah, but the thing is, there's one more actor that I really don't want to forget who threw his hat in the ring recently, and should be taken as a very serious candidate. Is Randy Orton?
Yeah, I want to see Batman throwing out RKO's.
Yeah, just from the top. In all seriousness, though, he actually did throw his hat in the ring. But I'm not sure he has the acting chops. I haven't seen him in enough.
James Gunn has casted a lot of wrestlers in his movies, like David Bautista, John Cena's like Peacemaker. Like I do see him maybe casting Randy Orton for a role. Probably not.
Not.
Yeah,
Batman,
probably not that. Randy Orton's also like a big like heel in wrestling, so he's a bad guy. So I can see him like being like a bad guy in one of.
Who would you cast him as?
Oh, as a bad
off
guy?
The top of your head.
Harley Quinn. It's just because we need a Harley Quinn adaptation, right? At this. No,
that's the villain that we need the most.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Two-Face or like like not a core villain to like.
He could be a Bane. He could be a really good Bane.
Oh yeah. He's actually gotten a lot bigger recently, so maybe.
Yeah, and you know, CGI too. Like you're gonna like inflate him a little bit more. Like, but yeah. Anyways, enough about Batman himself. Let's talk about the Bat family.
Yeah. So
Okay, let's talk about
in the
two
comics,
aspects.
in the comics, Batman has a family. He's got like lots of Robins, a lot of adopted sons, wards, and in this story, he's also going to introduce his biological son, right? So
Yeah, Damian Wayne.
yeah,
at the
you were
bottom
saying
there.
there's two aspects to this. I'm curious. Well,
Yeah, so there are two aspects to this. There's who we expect to be part of the story based on what we know.
Mhm.
And then there's an aspect of it of who we want to exist in this universe, because it might be the case that they don't all exist in this universe, right?
yeah, or maybe they're not in this movie, but they are in the universe, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, so it could be a situation where like that character does exist in the universe, but he's not in the movie. So we'll, I guess we'll address it in this way. We'll start off with what characters we think are going to be in the movie, and then maybe talk about which characters we think will be in the verse, and then
Deal.
yeah.
I think since we know there's a Teen Titans movie, Dick Grayson is in, Damian Wayne, obviously, and Tim Drake.
Yeah.
I don't know about Jason.
Yeah, I do like. I feel like Jason has a lot of potential. We do know that Jason's in the Dynamic Duo movie,
which is Elseworld, from what I understand.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that movie is like in this universe or not, but like.
No, I'm almost certain it's Elseworld. Yeah.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, there was just like the thing is, Jason could exist in this universe but not have been Red Hood yet.
Yeah, I think, in my opinion, and like if I was writing this, I would have. So Jason notoriously dies in the comics, like he was Robin and then he dies and comes back as a different character as Red Hood, who, by the way, is who I would cast Alan Richardson as. I feel like he would be like a really good Red Hood.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Yeah. He has the physicality of it, and if you've played the Gotham Knights video game, you kind of see it there. And so maybe.
Yeah. And I feel and I feel like Red Hood is ripe with potential. Like you can actually like make him into like a TV show character or make a movie like a Red Hood movie, and like he can be like, it's been said before, but like he can be like DC's Punisher, you know, like he is this anti-hero that's willing to kill, but like there's also like his obligations to the Bat family that's stopping him from killing sometimes, and it's interesting. Like there is like large potential for Red Hood in this verse.
And that being said, I would also consider casting Matt Bomer as Dick Grayson.
Oh yeah, it might be a bit too old for Dick.
It feels like a little bit too old, maybe. But if they did go for an older Batman, I would love to see Matt Bomer as Dick Grayson. Because I feel like Matt Bomer, I haven't seen him in a very long time, but I'd imagine he could still play a young, like
a lot of people do want Jensen Ackles as Red Hood because he voiced him in the Red Hood under the Red Hood movie, yeah, and he'd be a good Red Hood too, yeah. Like you can almost cast you can always cast the same people as Batman in Red Hood in the Red Hood role. So what characters do you think we're going to see in the movie? You said Dick Grayson, Tim Drake, and
I don't know if we're gonna see Dick Grayson in the movie, but I know he exists in this universe for sure.
Yeah, you'd need to. Like I'm one of those people who are rallying for like a Nightwing movie. I feel like Nightwing is like one of those DC characters that has so much potential. Like I said that about Red Hood.
Titans.
Yeah, I feel like Titans will probably get Tim Drake there, just because it's.
I guess.
Yeah, he's the Robin. But like I feel like Nightwing is like I said this about Red Hood, but like Nightwing also has a lot of potential, and like he's also very marketable. He's a very marketable hero too, and like
in like comic book fans too. He is like for example, Tim Drake doesn't have his own running line of like comic books, but Dick Grayson does.
Yeah.
And Jason Todd doesn't. He has like Red Hood and the Outlaws, but it's not like standalone. But Dick Grayson does. So that's a thing to consider. Nightwing is like a big IP on his own now. But also, interestingly enough, David Cornswet, when asked who he would love to see Superman be on screen with, he said Dick Grayson and Nightwing.
Yeah, because their relationship is really cool in the comics too. Because
Tom Taylor's run has like a lot of that. Like Superman is Dick Grayson's mentor after Batman.
Yeah, he's basically like his godfather, you know, in the
Or
comic.
cool uncle.
Cool uncle, yeah. And also, like in the comics recently, like where Clark has his own son, he trusts Dick to be the person to look after him, you know, and it's this nice cycle there. Yeah, and I know your favorite is Tim Drake.
Well, I don't know. I guess it's not the case anymore. Like my favorite was Tim Drake. It's recently become Nightwing. I think my favorite version of Tim Drake, which he's just not, he hasn't maintained that. Like it's not been
that characterism has been
mainline,
like the aspect of the character has been
different.
Yeah,
exactly. For me, was the Red Hood run that came as a result of Batman dying in Grant Morrison's run. That Tim Drake, the Red Robin, with the cowl.
Oh, okay, cool. Not War for the Cowls. You're talking about R.I.P. Batman.
Yeah, past R.I.P. Batman. Tim Drake dons the
the Red Hood, the Red Robin,
the Red Robin costume with the cowl, and he's the only one who believes that Bruce is still alive, and he goes on this exploration to find him. And to me, Tim Drake was always the Robin that is going to become Batman over Dick Grayson, over Jason Todd. He was always, and what's crazy is in that storyline he really wasn't trying to be Batman, whereas everyone else was. He is the most intelligent amongst the Robins. He's not necessarily the most capable, but he is like very well balanced. Like he has the tech, like nerd aspect down.
He is also the closest to being a detective than the other few. It's not like the others can't. It's not like the others aren't good detectives in their own right. And I hate in comics where like they're like, oh no, it's just this guy who can do this thing. And it's
no, they're all great detectives because they were trained by the world's greatest detective.
But like
it's just Tim Drake. I think Bruce even said at one point he's like he'll surpass.
He has the potential to surpass him.
Yeah. So in that comic it shows, and like you know, like Russell Gould always says like he calls Bruce like detective, and at the end of that Red Robin run, Tim bests Ra's al Ghul, and Russell Gould says he calls him
the detective as a sign of respect.
Exactly. So to me, that was what he was, and then DC kind of just dropped the ball on Tim Drake.
Yeah,
like that's
New 52. Tim Drake wasn't too good. Rebirth, I haven't kept up with him that much, but like so.
It just he became like sidelined, and feels like they don't really know what to do with him, and so like the Tim Drake as we know him today is definitely not my favorite Batfamily member. I would say today it's definitely Nightwing, like Dick Grayson.
Yeah, the current like some of the current Nightwing stories have been really good.
I think everything like starting with Rebirth and onward has been
good,
amazing.
Yeah, there was a part in the comics where he turned into like Richard Grayson and became like a super spy.
Grayson, I think just Grayson.
Yeah, just Grayson. Yeah. What about like other characters? We've got Batgirl here. Spoiler.
I really want to see Barbara Gordon as Batgirl. I hope they don't skip that and go straight to Oracle.
Or I hope we Oracle and then into Batgirl again. You know, it's like
sure. Like as long as we get her in the costume, I'm really excited about that. Catwoman, obviously. Is a must. I'm a big fan of Cassandra Cain and Spoiler. I like them both. I know you have some issues with Spoiler.
Yeah, it's just that like Stephanie Brown isn't my favorite character, but like I love Cassandra Cain. Cassandra Cain, like both as Black Bat or as Orphan. I really like Cassandra Cain. I really want her to be in this verse. I also do want her to be like adopted by Bruce. Like one of his children.
Interesting.
Yeah, so
for me, I really like the relationship of Tim Drake and Spoiler. Like to me, that's part of what made me really like her. Is I love that relationship. So if she's in and he's in, like not necessarily in this movie, but I would love to see that romance be lifted from the pages of the comics and put into it. Not a big fan of Batwoman. I just have not read or seen anything from her that has interested me. Batwing too.
I haven't seen Batwing recently in the comics. It feels like after like Batman Inc. was dropped. We haven't like seen too much of Batwing.
Yeah.
I do like Signal. Signal's a pretty cool new addition to the Bat family. He's also like Bruce's newest adopted child, so that's
I haven't seen the most recent stuff. I haven't seen him become Signal yet. He's been introduced like Duke Thomas in the continue, like the series that I'm reading. But I haven't seen him become like the penultimate like version of himself. So I don't know much about him, but I guess it would be interesting. But I feel like
the thing here is like you don't want to introduce too many too fast. You also don't.
Exactly.
We also know where in the timeline this fits. So this is when Damian first got added to the.
I was just gonna say that, like, I don't feel like he would be a part of it simply because he's very new.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of them are going to be a part. I don't think we're gonna get a Batwoman. Presumably, I don't think we're gonna get
spoiler
Batwing either. I do wish we got Cassandra because she's been there before. She also does tie into the like League of Assassins, so there could be a thing there. But like, this is my bias, like fully like projecting here. Right?
I would put Spoiler and Barbara Gordon as the two female Bat family members. I would create a relationship between. Yes. No.
Orphan.
What? You're confusing me.
Yeah.
No. And then
we want Orphan.
No. I mean, I don't mind. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would like to not overcrowd the family a little bit, at least in this introduction.
I feel like at least in this movie you'd want one Robin, Nightwing, and Damian Wayne. So like Damian Wayne comes in, Tim Drake is there, like establishing that hey, the Robin mantle has been passed on, like.
And then he exits. Tim Drake exits to go to Titans, becomes Red Robin. Maybe leads the Titans. We showed Dick Grayson doing his own thing and Jason Todd doing his own thing. Like that would be cool.
Yeah, maybe not even introduce Jason Todd, just have him like referenced or something like that in the background.
Yeah, sure. Okay, so
we spent a lot here. There is a big family. It is a big family to like go.
A huge family, and there's a lot. Like it's hard to know what to expect, but there's a lot to talk about, right? In general, but what we've talked about the casting of Batman, right? So we know about Bruce, but what we haven't talked about is how do we want this Batman portrayed, or how do we expect? So we've talked about what we've seen, right? Slightly armored Batman. We've seen Batman, big and boxy, but none of those were anything. And James Gunn has come out and said these are just meant to be silhouettes. They're not indicative of the final look. So I see you put some things together here to show what you ideally want to see.
I want to see a cloth Batman. I don't want to see an armored Batman. I feel like we've seen a lot of this, especially with like the Nolan verse. Reeves also has like a pretty armored Batman that can like take up bullets straight. Like
I think he takes like a machine gun.
He gets shot like straight up, and it's like he's got enough armor there. I do want to see a more like comic booky Batman, like a bit more clothed, a bit more like there is Kevlar in his suits, like he can take shots, but like probably not like point blank. And like,
would you? I know you like what you have here is the blue and gray. Would you want the blue and gray to be like slightly darker in tone, like the way you see it on the image of the Batflick? Adjusted
the adjusted Batflick image, yeah.
Or would you like it to be more like the Hush cosplay, like where it's a much brighter there? What do you think?
See, like, I do feel like maybe, like we talked about this before, and you brought up a good point that the blue might not translate too well on screen. The muted blue is good. I would like if they can find a way to get the lighter blue to work, similar to like how they got the underwear on Superman to work. I would love that. Like that would be my dream.
Would you want trunks on the Batman?
I feel like it makes less sense for him to have it, but like like honestly, I would love trunks on the Batman, but like there is no actual explanation to why he would have trunks.
What about the ears? Long ears, short ears?
I'm more partial towards the long ears. Long ears are just
so. It sounds like the middle image is literally
basically what I'm looking at. Yeah, like long ears, it's just like a Vix, even in the shadows, it looks like more devilish, more like this thing is scary, right? Like scary, it looks like a bat.
I get it. The silhouette is more pronounced with the long ears.
I also really want like a long cape, but that's asking for too much at this point. Like, I like the flowing cape style.
I mean, that's good transition to what I want out of the Batsuit, because to me that's a like do or die. Like you see the image of that.
Oh, that's something that's a deal breaker for you.
I like you see like that cape. I think this one is from the
Court of Owls.
Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Oh, you're talking
The
image to the right.
The one that's right here. Yeah. How it's like it flows down.
Yeah.
And then you see it, in the Court of Owls one too, where it flows around. I want to see that look. I desperately want to see that look.
The Batman cartoon did that a lot, where it's just like walking around and then you see like.
I love that.
It gives Batman
if that can be done.
Yeah, it gives Batman an otherworldly feel, but like it's also like I feel like that's really hard to do. Like
it would be CGI cape.
Yeah, it would need to be a fully CGI
and that's
cape.
fine. Who cares? You don't have to CGI the entire cape. You don't have to CGI the entire cape, right? Like you could have something practical and then just like edit the ends to be different. But something else I really like, and I carry that from my love for the Batman the Animated Series and also the Batman Rebirth suit, is it's a mix. So the Batman Rebirth suit did a good job of mixing classic Batman with modern Batman. So classic Batman has the yellow circle around the Batman logo. So here they have a yellow outline, gold trim outline. I love that. I love that it's a paying homage to both. And I love that in the animated series, Batman had a black cape with a blue interior. I love how they did that here with purple, which feels like it's darker than blue. And fits really well. I'd love to see that too.
I'll be honestly, I don't like the suit. It feels too much like a toy. And I'm the person who likes campy comics, but
I'm surprised.
And
that's why I have the Gotham Knights Batman, which to me is like slightly armored, but also using Kevlar, and he has
you mean Arkham Knights?
No, the Gotham Knights.
Is it actually Gotham
Knights? Right there in the middle. Yeah. And he's like, Arkham Knight is like heavily armored. Arkham Knight is very similar to.
Arkham Knight is actually Arkham City starts off cloth and then he gets like the Arkham suits.
Anyway, so I want that Kevlar look. I want that yellow outline around the bat symbol. I want the two-tone cape, but have the cape be like very big and expansive. I want Batman to be dark, and I don't mind a mechanical cowl, like something that can pop on and off.
This is a big one. This is a big one. Do you want to see like his irises?
I want it to be white.
You want it to be whited out, like
I don't mind it being white where like you could still see the eyes. You know what I mean? Just I don't want that to actually see the eyes. I need it if you could, but
I feel like for this to work best, you want a Batman that like is otherworldly. If you want him to fit into the Superman world that we've seen,
100%. 100%.
I'm also really interested on like how they depict Gotham, because like you can't have Batman without Gotham, and like how Gotham is depicted is gonna play a big role in this. Maybe we'll do another video on this on like our
Gotham. The Gotham,
like how
but I was gonna say like another important factor, and we should probably touch on this before we wrap up, is the Rogues Gallery. Who do we think is going to be the villain? I hope it's not just Talia al Ghul.
Well, to you, the villain's probably Grant Morrison, but no, I think the villain should be.
By the way, if somehow this gets to Grant Morrison, brother, I don't hate you. You've done a lot of great things.
I love you. I love you. Like, there's enough love for me. Then
I don't know if I would go as far as saying that I love your work, but I admire a lot of what you've done, and
I feel like the story should be that. Okay, I feel like the story should be something along the lines of Talia al Ghul kidnapping the British Prime Minister, and there's like a bunch of like bats that are ninjas. That would be sick.
Oh my goodness!
And this is
the job. Talia herself to become a woman bat. I want the first woman bat ninja, and it's Talia al Ghul. And all the henchmen are just ninjas.
I just want to clarify: this is a rib on Ibby, not on Grant Morrison. I actually really like his stories. Ibby's just.
I think you're a closeted Grant Morrison hater,
and you're a closeted
vicariously.
And you're a closeted Grant Morrison lover, okay?
And we're both just ashamed of our
ashamed of what we are.
So we're doing the opposite. No, but in all seriousness, I think whatever this story is, I would love Catwoman to be a part of it, like to be like a maybe she takes a step back away from Bruce because she's like, nah, I ain't ready to be a mom, sort of thing, you know. But maybe that could be interesting too if they take it the opposite direction, where she is like, a bit more of a woman's touch on that relationship between Bruce and his son.
Yeah, I don't want Catwoman in there.
Really?
Yeah, not at all.
You're a huge Catwoman fan.
Yeah,
So
I really like Catwoman, but like we're seeing too much of her right now, and I feel like I'd rather like see her in like.
Have we seen too much of her? Where have
Matt
we seen...
Reeves. Like she was there too, and it's like I feel like I would like. Here's my issue with Batman movies. It's like every time they get to a point and they don't know what to do, they'll be like, "Oh, let's throw in Catwoman in there," you know. And it's like I'd rather like see her encounter other people, like have her in like a cartoon of sorts or like one of the TV shows, like introduce her somewhere else, maybe detach her a bit from Batman, like have her be in the universe, but not.
That makes sense.
Also, like you don't want to crowd the movie too much.
Okay, so let's do it this way to wrap up and like end this discussion, because I think we've trailed on for a while. Let's say this: if you were to pick one of Batman's Rogues Gallery to be the big bad, would it just be Talia al Ghul?
No.
Or would you throw someone else in there?
Yeah, I'd throw someone else in there. I know you probably picked the Joker, but like that's not my pick.
Absolutely not. I don't want the Joker anywhere near these movies yet.
Yeah, I feel like I would. My first pick would have been Clayface, but we're already getting a Clayface movie, so I'm gonna like pick someone else.
Maybe that is why. Maybe that is why.
Yeah. I would really like. I would really like Mr. Freeze. Maybe Mr. Freeze would be a good one. Or maybe Riddler. Like, give us a good Riddler. That would be nice. What about you?
I was gonna say Riddler, but Riddler's also. We've also seen him in that same Matt Reeves movie. But
I want a campy Riddler. I want a campy Riddler. I want a cartoon Riddler.
I would say it's tough. Like I'm okay with maybe like a Bane being a part of it too.
Yeah.
We've seen Bane and Talia in the Nolan.
The Dark Knight Rises.
So I'd like to see that redeemed, because in my opinion that was not a good representation of either of those two characters. Yeah. So I think that's who I would pick if I had to pick. Though I feel like Talia and maybe even like Ra's al Ghul himself.
Have you seen the Son of Batman animated movie?
Yes.
So that also like is heavily inspired on Grant Morrison's work, but like
it has the Ninja Man bats.
Yeah. Was it? Did it?
Yeah.
Actually,
I think it starts off with them.
Yeah.
I think so.
But like I don't think Talia was the big bad in that movie. It was Deathstroke, which is also pretty interesting. Like you could do,
actually, that's not bad. Yeah.
Or you can have the other Batman animated movie with the Damian. I think that's Son of Batman. I forgot.
The Court of Owls.
The Court of Owls one. That could be a good one where you introduce.
I feel like the Court of Owls need to have their own like
movie.
Like they're a big bad that's justified in terms of like being built up to through maybe like a TV show about like a Nightwing plus a Batman movie, or like I feel like they should be built up to, because they're like a very big bad in terms of like Batman scale.
Would you rather see the Court of Owls in the Matt Reeves universe or this universe? If you can only pick one.
This universe, for sure.
Actually, I would.
I love the Court of Owls comics, and I want to see that captured to that full
extent,
breadth. Yeah, because I think that Batman is a better. This comic book Batman is a better like antagonist for them than.
Cool. All right.
Awesome.
I think that's everything we wanted to talk about. Any last?
I mean,
thoughts?
It's everything that we should talk about in one video, right? Yeah. There's a lot, nothing else on my mind at the moment, but there's definitely room for more conversation. And as we learn more about this movie, I'm sure you and I will be right on that.
Yeah, we'll keep you guys updated. Like,
so thank you.
Maybe a week or two late, but like we'll get there.
Yeah, but thank you guys for joining us again for this episode. If you liked the conversation, feel free to give us a like. If you didn't like it, feel free to give us a dislike, though we will come after you.
He will. I'm very passive.
He's the person I'm going to hire to come after.
Ah, damn. Oh, shit. I'm going to start practicing now.
Anyways, thanks again. Catch you guys in the next episode.
Have a good one. Bye.
Welcome to Title Issues, where the comics glow.